been asked in the circle as to where we actually do hang out on the radio when we're on. So we're just going to put this quick video up to sort of point out to people where we are. Obviously channel 14 on the CB radio, for those of us that have got it locally in the Worksop area, that's where you'll find us if we're in the shack. Most often than not, most of us monitor channel 14. Also monitored every day in my house with the handset or with the radio on. Golf Bravo 7 November, which is the C4 FM or Fusion repeater. The ASU equipment is required for that, obviously, because it's the only one that does Fusion. If you haven't got it, worth having a look at. You can get a good starter radio with an FT70. There are other more modern radios about, but FT70 is a good starting point. MB7IBZ is Scott's node, which links onto the Freestar network. And it's quite useful if you wanted to get a few contacts around the world or just have a listen to what's going on there. It does get quite busy at times, and obviously that's linked all to the DMR networks and other networks as well, so you get traffic coming in from all over the place, and can be quite interesting to listen to. Again, Old Faithful there, 144-600 has been a regular haunt of our circle for quite some time. It goes a bit quiet from time to time and then it'll liven up again, so I monitor that one generally when I'm in the shack as well. And channel 8 PMR 446 can be a good place to listen. Can get a little bit nitty gritty with the way some people use it. As I say, some people do actually go on there and transmit decent, and others are just effing and jeffing, so depends what you want to hear. And also if you've got youngsters about, obviously might not want to have that on around the shack, but it can be interesting at times. And you do hear some distant stations on when they're doing their 8 at 8 meetups that they do on a Sunday evening sometimes. Moving down to 70 megs now, to 4 meters. Myself and Fred monitor 70.450 most of the time when we're in the shack, and we move down to 70.275, which we run on D-Star using the 7100 radio. And on to 6 meters. Basically 50.150 is the calling frequency down there. I do monitor it from time to time. More often than not, if there's a bit of a contest on, I might have a listen, see what's happening and how far people are getting. I don't contest myself, but it is a nice little place to nip off to if you've got it with a friend and you just want to have a quick chat together. It's not a case of hiding, it's a case of using what kit you've got. Basically you've got lots of radios in your shack, but you might only use one most of the time. So it's nice to make sure that they all get a little bit of juice put through them and keep working. I think if they're working and active, then obviously it's better for the amateur bands and better for all of us that are around here on amateur radio.